goes. Once upon a time, a foreigner once said, "I want to know what love is, and I want you to show me." Not only did you show me, but you proved it to me time after time. Needless to say, I can't help falling in love with you over and over again. In the beginning of our relationship, when we lived far apart, okay, so realistically it wasn't that far, but it sure felt like we were oceans apart, day after day. Somehow, through the power of love, we fought to make it work. Maybe this is because oftentimes I just called to say I love you, and of course, you did the same for me. Clayton Chenault, you truly are the wind beneath my wings. When I'm with you, I believe I can fly. Though I'm not dumb enough to try it. Without a parachute anyway. And if you didn't know by now, everything I do it for you. Within the first few seconds we met, I knew you're the one I would spend the rest of my life with. At that very moment, I also hoped it was me you were looking for. Then a few seconds later, I thought I was crazy. I thought I was just blinded by your smile. Something like this couldn't be possible. Obviously, since we're both standing here, I was slightly wrong about the latter. So here we are, nearly a decade later, making the biggest commitment of our lives. You're the most incredible man I have ever had the pleasure of knowing. You have kick-started my heart out of what was an ordinary world into Paradise City. There isn't a thing I don't love about you. Like every rose has its thorn, even the most perfect man, that means you, has its flaws. So I'm not a big fan of that thing you do where you crack the eggs and put the shells back in the carton, but I've learned to accept you for who you are. And I want you to know that nothing compares to you. From here on out, it's going to be nothing but a good time. I can't live if living is without you, and I don't want to miss a thing. You're the reason I'm alive. Today marks the first day you will call me your wife and you my husband. I am truly honored, more than words or corny song titles can express. I vow to you that I will always be by your side. I promise to be there to rejoice in happiness with you through your achievements and successes, but I will also be there to comfort you when goals may not have turned out the way you had hoped. I swear to never drift from you. As much as this marriage is a union between the two of us and a declaration to all of our friends and family of how amazing we've got it, this is a promise like no other. My only desire is to forever be faithful to you. My only dream is to grow old with you.
Clayton, it's your turn.
Oh, no, I'm grabbing tissue. Should I? Okay, Google Docs is broken down, so I had to do this old school. My dearest Diana, first off, I want you to know how happy I am that you're here today. Thank you for coming. See you wait for laughter. You've always asked me, why do you love me? And as always, I've given you the same response, because I do. I know it's never been the best answer, although it seems to have been sufficient enough to keep you around for the past few years. But I think right now is as good a time as any to finally let you know. I remember it like it was yesterday that you were driving down to visit me every weekend. I thought it was the sweetest thing. Sweet that this pretty girl would drive all the way from Northern California just to hang out, go to the movies, eat food. Never once did I ever consider exactly how far it really was. Exactly how far it really was the distance you traveled. That was until I told my dad I was coming up for the weekend to check out some schools or something. I threw all my stuff in the car and drove. It was during that drive, that boring, smelly 6-hour had to stop and stretch every hour drive, that made me realize either this girl really likes me, or clearly there is something wrong with her. I chose the former. I have made many moves in my life, and this move has changed things forever. The best decision I ever made. You've introduced me to all your friends when I came up here, and they're some of the most wonderful people I've ever met, and I'm grateful that they consider me a friend as well. Although I do admit, like all boyfriends, I was terrified about meeting your family. It was my first time being exposed to a new culture, and I was nervous that I would embarrass myself. The only thing I kept telling myself is just keep smiling. Just smile a lot. And I remember the first thing your mother said was, "Are you in school?" "No." "Why?" Here I was, 27 years old, and I felt like I was a 7-year-old. And I smiled, thinking, man, I thought maybe they thought I would have been a loser because I wasn't in school. I didn't have much when I came up here. But your family welcomed me in with open arms. They're kind, and I see the love that holds them together, and it fills my heart with such warmth to be a part of this family. And it's that kind of love I look forward to continuing with you. Whew, sorry. So Diana, my love, I want you to know that you give me strength in times of weakness. You fill me with hope even when the world is falling apart around me. You've helped me accomplish things that I never thought possible for myself. You stood by me. Thank you. You stood by me through the best and quite possibly the worst times throughout all these years, and still continue to do so. You've taught me to love life, and most importantly, you've taught me to love myself again. It's because of you that I am the man I am today. And I promise you, Diana, I will always love you, I will nurture you, and be there for you in your time of need. Because with you, I can face the darkness and uncertainty of the future without fear. With you at my side, we can achieve wonders. So I thank you for being my light in the darkness. Sorry. I got one. Thank you for being the hand that guides me. Thank you for being my hero. Thank you for saving my life. Oh, and thank you for letting me use your car.
Bring forth the ring bearer. Please take each other's ring.
Diane, place the ring on please, and repeat after me. With this ring I wed you.
With this ring I wed you.
It is a symbol of my love and devotion.
It is a symbol of my love and devotion.
To love you and no other.
To love you and no other.
Through good health and bad health.
Through good health and bad health.
Through poor times and rich times.
Through poor times and rich times and rich times and rich times.
Through heartache and fulfillment.
Through heartache and fulfillment.
To serve you and protect you.
To serve you and protect you.
To always remember.
To always remember.
And never forget.
And never forget.
That you are my love.
That you are my love.
Till my death.
Till my death.
Diana, do you promise this vow to Clayton?
I do.
Clayton, please repeat after me. Put the ring on Diana's finger.
Put the ring on Diana's finger, please.
With this ring I wed you.
With this ring I wed you.
It is a symbol of my love and devotion.
It's a symbol of my love and devotion.
To love you and no other.
To love you and no other.
Through good health and bad health.
through good health and bad health,
through poor times and rich times,
through poor times and rich times,
through heartache and fulfillment,
through heartache and fulfillment,
to serve you and protect you,
to serve you and protect you,
to always remember
to always remember
and never forget
and never forget
that you are my love
that you were my love
till my death.
till my death.
Clayton, do you promise this vow to Diana?
I do.
Then, by the power vested in me by the authority of the state of California, I now pronounce you husband and wife. Clayton, you may kiss your bride. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. and Mrs. Clayton Chennault.